I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader. Outside of rebounding her own missed layups, what does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night, and for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
Angel Reese had the most forgettable performance of her career. This all unfolded at the United Center, the biggest arena in the NBA, on national primetime television. A packed crowd and millions watching expected fireworks. Instead, Reese put up 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting as her team, the Chicago Sky, got obliterated by 27 points. What makes this collapse even worse? Indiana didn't have Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, or even their head coach. And yet, the Fever treated the Sky like practice dummies. Oh, and Clark? She still managed to steal the spotlight without even being on the floor. We'll get to that, but if you're already shaking your head at this disaster, hit that comment section with "Fire the baby giraffe." Fans were calling it a massacre. The Fever didn't just win, they cooked the Sky every which way, grilled, fried, smoked, and flambéed. The most painful part? Ticket prices told the story before the game even tipped off. This was supposed to be Reese's breakout night, a showcase proving she didn't need Caitlin Clark to fill seats. The Sky hyped her as a co-draw, someone who could pack arenas solo. Reality? As soon as Clark was ruled out with a quad injury, ticket prices fell from premium levels to $3. $3. People spend more on vending machine snacks. Tickets that were originally marked up for a potential superstar matchup became a clearance rack item. Scalpers took losses. Fans canceled plans. The harsh truth hit. Reese wasn't the attraction. Clark was. The Sky even moved the game from their usual gym to the massive United Center to cash in on the hype. To be fair, the crowd still showed up. But screenshots of $3 tickets flooded social media, with people clowning the situation and joking about bringing their whole neighborhood for less than a parking fee. Reese made sure her outfit was runway ready, head-to-toe coordination. She clearly spent time planning the look. But the question has to be asked, does she spend more time curating her wardrobe than working on her game? Because when the game started, her presence disappeared. Compare that with previous games where Clark's presence turned arenas into madhouses. Fans lined up hours early. With Clark out, the air in the United Center was flat, like a soda left open overnight. Even Sky fans looked checked out, and that energy collapse transferred to the court. Reese was invisible. The Sky were chaotic, and the Fever made them look like a Summer League squad. Life gave her a shot, and she turned it into a brick, literally.
Well, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese is now quoted as saying, "I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person." She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that.
Last night was somewhat of a big moment for Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado. For starters, the WNBA moved the game out of the local dump the Bravado usually play in and relocated to the United Center, which is the largest arena in the NBA, holding over 20,000 people. Now, to their credit, there seemed to be a good crowd in the United Center last night. I had someone who was at the game send me a few pictures, and most sections seemed to be filled. It wasn't a sellout, but there was supposedly over 19,000 people in attendance. Of course, it's easier to draw a decent crowd when tickets are selling for $3 hours before the game starts.
One stat summed it all up: 4 points in 27 minutes on national TV. In one of the most high-profile WNBA games to date, the cameras caught every miss, every block, every frustrated expression. The United Center crowd didn't hide their groans. Here's the twist. This was a historic moment. CBS aired the game in prime time, no competing sports events. The WNBA had the stage, and Reese folded badly. Some called it a meltdown. Others said it was a disaster class. Either way, it was ugly. Meanwhile, Clark averages more assists per game than Reese does points. Think about that. Clark's passing outshines Reese's scoring. Even worse, Reese looked confused out there. Her decision-making was off, and she had no counter to Indiana's defense. Another stat? She's 190 for 59 on shots within 5 feet. That's housekeeping-level turnover rate. This isn't just a bad night, it's a pattern. Go back to May 17th, another beatdown by Indiana. The Fever thrashed Chicago 93-58, and again, Reese was MIA. She tried to bully Clark and ended up looking out of control. That game, plus this one, reveals a troubling trend. When Reese faces the Fever, her confidence collapses. It's almost psychological now. Her aggression turns into sloppiness. Her swagger turns into frustration. Meanwhile, Indiana plays composed, balanced basketball. Even without Clark, they're disciplined, connected, and focused. Let's talk numbers. Kelsey Mitchell led with 17 points and controlled the tempo. Arie McDonald came off the bench, fired in 12 points with 3 threes and 4 steals, and looked like a seasoned vet. And this was a player on a hardship contract. She embarrassed the Sky like she had something to prove, and she delivered. Indiana's ball movement, teamwork, and hustle showed the difference between a real contender and a team lost in its own hype. They dropped 20 assists on 27 field goals. Chicago? No rhythm, no leadership, no plan. Their offense was broken, and their supposed star was a non-factor. Reese came dressed like a fashion influencer but left like a ghost. And it's not just about her. The WNBA is watching. Sponsors are watching. Casual fans tuning in for the first time are watching. And what did they see? A team with hype but no bite. The Fever didn't need their best players. That's how wide the gap is. If this is what Chicago looks like without Clark on the other side, imagine what's going to happen when she returns. What's more worrying is the message this sends to the league and future fans. When the spotlight is on, will your star step up or fold under pressure? Angel Reese had her shot in the spotlight, primetime lights, sold-out arena, all eyes on her, and she flinched. So what do you think? Is Angel Reese a future star or just another product of viral hype? Drop your take in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Because if this keeps up, Reese might be remembered for her outfits, not her game.